members of the press. Yes, my name is Emmanuel Yegon. I'm an advocate of the High Court. Yes, I appear in this case together with Mr. Abuya and Mr. Wanjir. So the matter was coming up today for a ruling on the habeas corpus application that was filed by Independent Medical Legal Unit and the mother to Brian Odhiambo, Elizabeth Auma. So today it came up for ruling, and in a nutshell, the judge has found that Brian Odhiambo is not in the hands of the respondents, that is the KWS and the other respondents. So that is in a nutshell what the court has said. On hearing the evidence, it is not satisfied that Brian Odhiambo is in the hands of the respondents, and on the basis of that, then it closed this matter for the habeas corpus application. So that marks the close of this case, but as Imulu and the advocates will go back to the drawing board and look at other avenues, because the other avenues of compensation and the issue of enforced disappearance. So we'll definitely go and sit down and come up with a way forward. So in a nutshell, that's what the court has said.
Does it mean there's a probability of
Yes, as I've said, we'll go back with our legal team and establish the mechanisms that are available. I mean, of course, there's an option of appeal, review, and even filing other course of action for enforced disappearance. Because I think the distinguishing feature was this was an habeas corpus petition rather than enforced disappearance petition. So for an habeas corpus petition, what the court needs to be satisfied is this person in the hands of the respondent. So based on that analysis, the court has said is not in the hands of the respondent. So the other avenues that we can look at, for example, enforced disappearance and other issues of compensation. So I can say, today is not the last day.
There have also been cases of alleged brutality against the residents living around that area. I don't know whether you'll be looking against that.
Yes, as this is the case that we have followed up. Of course, we are aware with the human rights monitors of the violations that are going on around the area, and we are still doing our investigation. And if and when we get a case like this, we are simply we will go to court and seek for relevant remedies for those people.
The DCI had said they would charge the 6 with abduction with the intention to commit murder. Do you think that is another case that you will be pursuing?
Yes, as I said, the criminal process is still going on. DCI is still undergoing investigation, and as the judge said, as per the investigation of DCI, they were investigating the issue of abduction with intention to commit murder. So the issue of the criminal process is still ongoing, and when they are ready, then the respective people will be prosecuted by the ODPP, and we'll definitely be there with our advocates to represent the victims on that criminal process. So the criminal process has not stopped. The investigations are still going on.
It's DCI officers, a government agency investigating another government agency. Is it okay to say that there is a probability that this case will not hold water?
Okay, we don't we don't have a reason to impute malice on the part of DCI at this point. So we'll not interfere with the investigation. We'll let the investigation take its course, and once they are ready, then the respective persons who may be responsible will be brought to book. Thank you.
Will you say something? Yes. Yes, start.
My name is David Kuria. I'm the IMLU monitor here in Nakuru, and I don't want to dwell so much with the ruling. There is other cases also we have been monitoring. We have 2 people who were shot because of this case, and there was also another girl who died yesterday in a hospital after inhaling a tear gas. So me as a human rights defender, we can say that we were not satisfied with the ruling. We saw before the cover-up of this case before, since when these 6 police officers were arrested. I have been in the process of bringing up the witnesses to the DCIO, and there have been some things which we were not certain with about that. These 6 police officers were arrested and they were released later. Today, we were given a date today so that maybe the lawyers could come and examine the 6 police officers. I was expecting the 6 police officers to appear in court so that they could they could tell us what happened and where Brian is, because they are the ones who arrested the missing person. So as the lawyer says, maybe that is my lawyer from IMLU. I have said we are still going to pursue the matter in other legal means. So, and we are also going to follow up for those others who are injured, who are shot. There are 2 guys who are shot on the foot, on the leg, and also the other young lady, and any other people who are injured during these demonstrations. We are still following up. Otherwise, I'm very disappointed with the ruling.
So I wish to echo the sentiments of my colleague here to communicate how disappointed we are by the decision of the court today. We believe that there's been a grave miscarriage of justice, that Justice Nyang'ea erred in his decision. This decision sets a very bad precedent in our country, that police can arrest and even confirm, or security officers can arrest, perhaps torture, disappear and even kill, and then come to court and claim that the suspect ran away and that the court will side with them. That cannot be allowed to stand in Kenya today. So we want to give firm instructions to our lawyers to appeal this decision to a higher court, because it is something that cannot be accepted in modern day Kenya today. We are simply telling the police that you can do whatever you want and even confirm that at one point or another you had an individual, and then just come to court and just say this person ran away, and that will be it. That the court will agree with you that he ran away and that you don't have that person. How can you even allow such a thing to stand? The DCI themselves in court said that these 6 individuals should be charged. They have recommended to the ODPP to charge them with abduction to kill. So they, in their own wisdom, have confirmed the abduction. How then does the court come and say or confirm that these individuals don't have Brian? It really is baffling. Yes, it is the court. We have received the ruling, but we absolutely do not agree with it. Na tunasema kwamba mapambano ya kutafuta Brian bado yataendelea. We cannot allow this to stand. How is it that you say that the police don't have him when they came to court and they confirmed that they arrested an individual? They said it by themselves with their own mouths and lips that they actually had this guy. When an individual is in the custody of security officers, it is the responsibility of the security officers to take care of them. Huyo mtu yuko mikononi mwa serikali, ni wewe unafaa kumlinda, kumchunga, kufanya kila kitu. You can't come to the court and tell us he ran away. What is your work? Kazi yako ni nini? Mbona hamkumzuia? It is your responsibility, if you had him, to bring him back. How can the court side with such unfounded claims? This is perpetuating impunity in our country, and we shall appeal this decision because we cannot allow it to stand. This will give police unfettered impunity to just arrest, unafanya what you want, and then you know when you come to court, you will say, oh, he jumped from the vehicle and he ran away. We don't have him. And the court will say, okay, you don't have him. So this is truly shocking, a decision that we do not agree with, and we are going to explore every other legal possibility. Lakini tunasema, Brayo, we must find him dead or alive.
Dead or alive.
Nani atanisaidia Mike? Nimechoka.
Thank you. My name is Tom Boyer. I'm the director of GapLink International, and we've been monitoring and observing what has been happening. We are looking at it in different aspects. First, we are looking at the tensions that are already around in town, the number of police officers in their combat uniforms, perpetuating that there was already a prior information of what would happen. The second thing is, as much as we are differing in opinion with the legal team on this matter, because when the court declares and we are in court and we are told we go out and we wait up to 11:30, and then while we are outside just hanging around, then we are told that the case has already been delivered. How can a judgment be delivered in the absence of the lead counsel as well as the whole team of the legal team? The other thing that we are finding that is really a problem here is the attempt to be able to hide the truth. But ultimately the truth will come. Reasons why we believe the truth will come is because we've got witnesses who saw this, and two, because they themselves confessed that they had the gentleman. Furthermore, the main thing that remains of our concern is the DCI has been able to investigate. Fine, well and good, and they preferred the charge. But even as they went to the site, for example, I will pick the Safaricom site where the signals were. They went, but nobody amongst our team, either the legal team or the family, were able to accompany them. So we do not know also that at a protected area, which is the KWS, is a protected area, no citizen can just go without permission. And we are being told that the DCI was there and conducting investigation. It leaves us wondering if actually the DCI went into the park and did that deliberately. How would we know? So there's something that is not being put into the light, and we find that ideally we have to revisit this, and also even if it means, and this one will call on our partners also, if we can be able to involve also a private investigator, because we were believing on the government agencies. Now we are finding this likelihood of colluding, and this is causing us a concern. So together, the final thing that probably I would say is our people to become, but the truth shall eventually come out no matter what. And to the family, particularly the mother and the wife, the kids, and the inner core of the family, we just want to encourage them that they should be patient, but let them trust in God that the truth will come at some point. Thank you.
Today we have one question to the world. in whose hands are we safe? Kwa sababu kama polisi wanaweza kushika na udedi na isikuwe issue. Leo tumekuja kotini ambayo ndo mali yenye tunaweza pata justice ya mwisho. Tunakuja hapa tunadanganywa tutoke nje, judgment inakuja kutolewa saa 5. Wanatoa senye watu hawayuko. In whose hands are we safe? Kama polisi watachukua mtu watu wakiona waende na yeye waseme amepotea, so wana expect nani amlete? Kama kwa mkono yao watu yuko safe, kwa mkono ya koti watu yuko safe. Sisi ni wanani? Sisi ni wa Mungu tu. Inawezekana sana mnatudhulumu hapa, na hii ni kudhulumiwa. Hii inafaa iende hata kwa Chief Justice Koome aone. This is the impunity. Hii ni impunity ukweli. Kwa sababu ni kumaanisha kama una pesa hauna haki. Kwa sababu leo ingekuwa hii kesi ni ya mtu mwingine maarufu, watu wangefukuzwa nje ifanywe hivyo chini ya maji. Hii ni impunity na tunasikitika sana leo sisi kama walala nje. Kwa sababu Brayo hana mtu anaweza kumtetea, mama yake hana pesa, baba yake hana pesa. Yeye ni wanani? Sisi ni wanani wenye hatuna kitu? Hiyo swali nataka kila mtu ajiulize kwa kichwa yake. Sisi ni wanani? Kama koti pia inaweza kuwa si yetu, kwa sababu leo kama hiyo judgment inakuja kutolewa, tunafukuzwa nje kimpango tu, alafu wanarudi wanatoa peke yao. Kwa sababu ya nini? Ni kuficha ukweli. Leo kama mimi nitachukuliwa, wewe unaona, huyu anaona, huyu anaona, alafu the same people wanakuja tu wanajiinvestigate, wanasema hakunichukua na mimi nimepotea. Ni uchungu sana. Ni Saturday, tuko na uchungu. Sisi ni walala nje. Sisi wetu labda naweza kuwa ni Mungu tu. Hata rais hata haoni hii kitu. Tangu ime happen, how many days imepita? Juzi machifu wamechukuliwa tu hapo, machifu 5 wameongea kila mahali. Brayo kwa sababu hana mtu wake, kwa sababu ni mtu anatoka mtaani. Hiyo si right. Sisi tunaomba haki. Haki hata kwa mnyonge nafaa ikue. Na hapa ndo tunajua haki ya mnyonge inapatikana. Sasa kama hapa itakuwa ni hivi, sasa sasa hivi wanasema mambo ya kuapili. Kama si hao watu wa mashirika, nani ataapilia Brayo? Sisi tuko na nini ya kuapilia Brayo? Hiyo si ni justice tumekuwa denied tukiona na macho. Hiyo ni justice tumenyimwa hivi tukiona. Ni uchungu sana. Na hii ni a wake up call to everyone. Leo ime happen kwa sisi wenye hatuna kitu. Koti imetudhulumu. Kesho pia itakuwa ni nyinyi. Asanteni sana.
Kidogo tu.
Mimi naitwa Mohamed Asman.
Ndio namwambia kwa zile zote hatutatumia ini.
Majina ni Geoffrey Ratiki kutoka Kikumbini, na mama Brian ni mmoja wetu katika grupu yangu ya Kikumbini kama assistant chair wa people with disability. Leo siku ya leo tulikuwa tunakuja hapa hivi tukiwa na matarajio mingi sana, tukitarajia kuwa wale maafisa 6 watakuwa pale hivyo wakipatiwa maswali pale hivyo na ule lawyer. Hatukujua leo ndio siku ya ruling. Tumechanganyikiwa pale hivyo kwa dakika 5 jaji kutokea pale hivyo na kusoma ruling yake, na hivyo ndio imekuwa. Sasa maswali zenye sisi tunataka kujiuliza ama tunajiuliza, ni Kenya tu maafisa watadhamini samaki kuliko uhai wa binadamu? Ni hii Kenya tu matajiri wana haki? Pale wanyonge wakidhulumiwa na kukanyagililiwa, ikifika siku ya campaign utawaona na magari kubwa kubwa wakikuja kufikia sisi wale wanyonge wakitaka tuwapatie hizo ofisi tena wasiokudai. Imefika time wasituone kuwa sisi ni wanyonge vile. Tunaweza kuwa sisi ni walemavu, hatuwezi tukawafikia. Hii ndarudia, hiyo speed yenye wanaenda nayo hatuwezi tukawafikia kwa hiyo speed. Lakini mdomo tutashout ili wasikie pale mali penye iko. Tunataka haki kwa Brian. Hatuwezi kuwa mawazimu. Mamake anaweza akakuwa wazimu na akakuja na akataka haki kwa mtoto wake. Akiona mtoto wake alichukuliwa pale kwa mikono, kwa mbele ya macho yake, akigongwa na kiingizwa ndani ya gari. Hapa last week hapa hivi tukiambiwa Brian alipelekwa umbali wa kilomita 5 akiwa amefungwa na kamba. Siku ya leo hayuko kwa mkono yao. Tunashtuka, ninatushtua. Na kwa yale yote ambayo atafanyika, hata jana kuna mmoja mwenye alinheli ile harufu ya gas. Kia gas hiyo yao pale hivyo Flamingo. Huo msichana aliaga na aliacha mtoto mdogo. Unadhani ni uchungu kiasi gani? Serikali nyinyi pale popote pale mlipo, haswa rais wetu, Ni uchungu kiasi gani msichana mdogo kama yule kuaga na kuacha nini? Kijana wetu akachukulia kaacha watoto wawili na mke wake na mama yake, ambaye yeye ndiye alikuwa breadwinner kwa ile nyumba. Tunakereka kama wale walio na ulemavu katika hii wodi yetu ya Kivumbini. Inatukera na inatuuma. Haki kwa Brian itendeke. Ni uchungu, lakini ni sawa. Mungu yuko.
Hata nieleze ili kistructure yake itatusaidia kwa vipi? Tusaidie familia.
We just can't have men.
No, I agree. But unajua mimi no interest, it's just a matter of things. Kama
Tuache hiyo tuweke kwa zetu.